You know, think about how serene it is. It's quiet,
totally.
it's dark, you're floating, and then all of a sudden, and gravities, lights, beeping alarms, like all of that.
Shocking.
Yeah, so it's like, at that time, nurses didn't understand that. It was the old school way of thinking is we'll make them as comfortable as possible, and that's it. We just want them to live. Versus like when I came in and I was like seeing them on the back end before they go home, and I was like, these babies can't tolerate being touched. They're older.
Right.
They don't want to be bought. They're sensitive to noise. They all going home with like frog legs because they weren't like positioned.
Something's not right.
Sometimes I was like, it didn't matter how old they were born. They all looked the same. I was like, there's something wrong.
Yeah, totally.
So, yeah, like having to convince the neonatologists, the doctors, the nurses, like buy into this is going to make a difference. Then on top of that, the hospital not wanting to spend that kind of money on the products. It was a big project, but, I mean, it's been crazy.
So you were kind of at the forefront of pushing this as being a priority.
Oh, yes. I mean, I was looked at as like, what are you doing in here?
Yeah.
And like...
And is that a hospital by hospital issue or an industry?
It was, I think, the culture of NICU. Vanderbilt, Centennial, wherever there was a NICU, that was just the culture. It was like, we're just trying to get this baby to live. Mm-hmm. Like, forget all that other stuff. We'll deal with that later. The main thing is that they live. But they didn't understand that the interconnection is if the baby is not positioned right, they can't breathe well.
Right.
And it is
I guess they just think, if you just hook them up to the machine, it'll be fine.
Yes.
And then they'll just, it'll develop.
Yes.
And then
with technology, like we said about medicine, there's been medicine for the lungs. They keep them open. Like it's not just that, but that was a component that was not a part of the piece of the puzzle.
Yeah,
it was like on the back burner.
How much of a fight was that to get them to prioritize it? And then when did you start seeing changes, et cetera? And how much? It seems like it's a totally different situation now.
Oh, definitely. Like that's the main thing is we're developmentally we provide developmental care. Like that's a thing now, but back then it was not. So it took me about 2 years to just get the nurses and the doctors to just work with the sample items I had. And then the hospital, I had to present to the CFO to invest in it because you have to keep buying it and they don't like to spend money and waste money on things that they don't feel is important.